Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another video. Today we're keeping it raw. Kind of like my idea for this video is just taking y'all more through my style of training. My YouTube videos so far have been more entertainment, but at the end of the day, I think this is backwards. At the end of the day, like, I love lifting. It's a big part of my life, and I want to show y'all more about how I train and my style of training and how it differs from most people's. I train more for aesthetics. So if you don't know what aesthetics means, like everyone, all the gym bros been throwing around that word. I guess it can mean different things to different people, but for me, it's just like having a leaner physique, really just having like good proportions and just looking good, you know? So I train more for aesthetics. I don't power lift at all, which could be like kind of something I'll be talking about throughout this video. I went through a shoulder injury like 2 years ago. I tore my labrum from benching. When I first got into training, I was powerlifting a lot because I was training more for sports like football, and I love just chasing numbers, but I've been there, done that. My highest bench was like 365, 585 deadlift. I'll throw up the videos on the screen, but I don't power lift at all anymore. I just train to look good and bring out my weak points of my physique. So I'm gonna take y'all through a back day today. We're about to mix up the pre-ski. So we had 2 pre's just restocked today. You already know I'm with Amps. So we have blue raspberry and peach rings. This is our best seller by far, but 300 milligrams of caffeine per serving, 3.2 beta alanine. Just go get the shit, all right? I don't need to explain it. Y'all hear enough about supplements, but we're gonna do a half scoop of each, and I'm gonna take y'all through a back workout, back and buys. My split is 6-day leg push pull, and y'all probably don't wanna see a leg day, so we're gonna train back, but code Ogle on everything Amps, and let's start this workout. All right, y'all, if I'm being honest, I don't spend too much time on stretching. I know my body well, and I know like when I'm warmed up, but I would recommend, if you're just a average gym bro, stretch 5-10 minutes before you work out. Don't be stupid, because that's what happened to me when I tore my labrum. Like, literally went into the gym. I was in college at the time. Didn't warm up, just went 135, 225, 315 on bench. Last rep of 315, just like tore my labrum, and it wasn't worth it. I'm gonna warm up a little bit more, but I'll take y'all through the whole workout, kind of explain the movements, why I do it, and yeah, just get juicy. All right, y'all, so we're running back today. I always mix back and buys together as like my pull day. Every back day, I always start with pull-ups, 4 to 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps. A lot of my my movements, I keep between like 10 and 15 reps, just depends on what it is. But I always start out my back days by doing like just straight up like hanging on the bar for like 2 sets of like 30 seconds. All right, if y'all don't know, Jake is one of my coworkers here at Alphaland, fellow sales representative. So if y'all need a membership, don't hit him up, hit up me. You'll get a free Anabar from me. You get free Anabar from Jake. So I was talking about how like looking aesthetic might mean different things to different people. What do you think like makes an aesthetic physique?
I think it's more about proportions. You know, like I personally like classic physique, so more of that X figure. You know, small waist.
I look like an hourglass.
Exactly, the hourglass figure for men and women, honestly.
What do you think is aesthetic about my physique and like what I need to bring up?
Definitely your vascularity, and you got to bring up them legs.
Just got exposed.
This man skipped legs for a straight month.
Low key though, low key. We're not gonna talk about that. Probably stick around 12 because I'm feeling good today. I got my body worked on this morning by Miss Alpha Cairo right over there in the corner. So if you look at my back, she did some cupping. Also got adjusted, but like I've never been to a chiropractor in my life, but she said I was like really out of whack, but we're all good to go. That's why I'm hitting back today, feeling good. So 3 more sets of pull-ups, 10 to 12 reps, and then we'll get on with the next exercise. Next up, we're gonna do single arm dumbbell rows. This is one of my favorite back exercises, and like really one of the reasons I brought up my lat, but I do single arm dumbbell rows, 10 to 12 on each side. Sorry, I'm out of breath already. But 10 to 12 reps each side. But something I wanna show y'all, I see a lot of people doing these wrong. So personally, I put my feet together. Some people like spread them apart, but I see a lot of people grab the weight and just pull it up like that. That's not doing much. So with these, you want to pull the weight too. That's really like using your lat. If you're pulling it straight up, you're literally just using your arm. So grab it in front of you and pull it. If you can't do it like that, grab a lower weight, but make sure you're actually pulling with your lat rather than just pulling it up with your arm. So at that point, you're just wasting your time. We'll start with 85, probably go up to 100. Do 4 sets of this, 10 to 12 each side, just whatever feels good. Let's get it. reps are pretty slow and controlled. I'm not just yanking and going super fast. Really just focus on using your lat, like the specified muscle group for whatever exercise you're doing. If you're doing bench press, focus on your chest. If you're doing rows, focus on your lats. Like actually focus on engaging the muscle and using it throughout the movement. So another thing, pretty much all my exercises I keep between 3 and 4 sets. Keep your rep range between like 8 to 12 if you're more focused on hypertrophy. If you're more of like an endurance type person, obviously working those higher rep ranges, but 8 to 12 is what typically works for me. All right, y'all, next up, we came to gym 2, so we can come take the beater off. If you're in gym 1, keep your shirt on, but we're gonna do some lat pullovers next. So I always use the rope on this, the longer rope if your gym has one of these. This workout, you can do it pretty much every gym. So with these, it's not a tricep push down. It might look like that at first, but it's a pullover. So it's exercise is kind of hard to explain, but what I do is I keep my arms like not locked out, but like in the same position throughout the movement. And I literally use my lats to come down, kind of like a lat pull down, except you're bringing the rope towards your waist, like this. Something with this is you don't lean over too much, like that. That's doing it wrong. Keep your back just in a good position, not like straight up, but like a little bit bent. Keep your arms like locked throughout the movement and bring it to your waist. And use your lats and spread your lats at the end. Like if you're looking for a wide back, this is a good way to do it. This and lat pull downs, which we'll do next. The lat pullovers, you can't go wrong with this. Grab the rope, 15 to 18 reps. I keep this in a higher rep range because they're pretty easy to do. Next up, we got lat pull downs. Again, for more of an aesthetic physique, you want to have that good V taper. So in order to get that, lat pull downs are going to help greatly with like getting your back wide up at the top, all right? If you're trying to build thickness, I'll get into that next. That's the next exercise, but lat pull downs, wide grip. I like to put my thumbs right here and place my grip like that. And again, 10 to 12 reps. We're gonna do 3 sets. Don't lean back and drag it towards you. Try to keep yourself as straight as possible and bring it down. Grab it and literally just bring it down, slow and controlled. Focus on that mind-muscle connection. 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets. We're waiting on to do seated cable rows, but in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about my physique a little bit. So I typically don't train abs, to be honest. The most I'll do is hanging knee raises like once every 2 weeks if I remember, but like I don't really train abs. Obviously, like if you've been in the gym, you know abs are pretty much built in the kitchen. Like the only way you're gonna get abs is by lowering your body fat percentage. So eating the right foods, right? Being in a calorie deficit, losing that fat, but I really don't train abs. We're not gonna talk about my legs. I actually do train legs twice a week. Sundays and Wednesdays. I would say definitely they're like my lagging muscle group. I have aesthetic legs, they get really vascular, but they need more size. So that's really what I'm trying to build on, just going forward, is getting bigger legs. So I'm trying to get to 200 like lean, like the level of leanness that I am now. So right now I'm like 192, 193 in the mornings, but if I had legs, I'd be 200. So that's what I'm saying, like I just want to have an aesthetic physique. Like I don't want to be the biggest dude in the gym like some of these other guys in here. I just like to look good in and out of the gym. Like when I have clothes on, I don't look that impressive. Like it looks like I work out, like I have a good build, but when I get a pump and like take my shirt off, that's when I look good. That's my thing. That's why I don't want to hop on gear either. Like I just like looking good and aesthetic, being lean. But if I'm 200 lean naturally, that's all I could ask for. So that's the goal that I'm really chasing right now. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna start hitting legs harder, show y'all more like how I train my legs in a future video, but we're gonna do seated cable rows next. I feel like I'm in a rave right now. It's really loud. That's why I'm screaming into this mic. When I talk about like width versus thickness, this is gonna work on getting our back thick, like with 3 C's. So the lat pull downs, pull-ups, pullovers, all for getting that wide back, that V taper, but this is gonna be for thickness. We're doing a close grip, but really bringing out like the middle and like outside parts of my back rather than like the top of my back. So same thing, 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. So a big tip I have for these seated cable rows is don't cheat too much with them, but cheat like a little bit, like you saw me doing. You don't want to use your back to like move the weight, you know? Use your back a little bit, like arch forward a little bit and move back as you're pulling the weight, kind of like this. But don't use your back in order to move the weight like that. You're just cheating yourself. So a little bit of sway is fine, in my opinion. So really like squeeze your back at the top of the movement. Like focus on pinching your lats together and using like the middle of your back to really pull the weight. That's what's gonna give you that thickness. We're gonna do one more set, 10 to 12 reps. All right, so when I start my back days, I stick with about 3 to 4 back movements, then I start alternating back and biceps. So this is like the fun part of the workout, you know, get a filthy arm pump. But I'm gonna start out with alternating dumbbell curls. Same thing as my back movements, between like 10 to 12 reps. This I'm probably gonna do 15 just as like a warm up, then after that, 3 sets of 10 to 12, just alternating. I typically like to go to like 35s to 40s. We'll start out with 35s, and then we'll probably move up to 40s, but just alternating back and forth, 10 to 12 reps. Slow and controlled. Focus on that mind-muscle connection, like actually squeezing your bicep at the top and feeling the movement. By the way, this vein is in cursive. It's kind of gross. All right, so we got a little superset. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. Most of my workouts, I do 1 to 2 supersets. Today we're doing 1 superset, we're gonna do 4, all right? So it'll be a lot of volume. So we're gonna do single arm plate loaded rows. Most gyms have this machine, but I like to stick with like 2 to 3 plates. Today I'm doing 2 1/4, but 12 reps each arm. And I like to take the other arm and literally just grab the seat and keep my chest on the seat to keep myself stabilized. And I'll literally just do 12 reps and focus on using my lat. So another good exercise for like thickness of your back, to get that nice beefy back. So we're gonna do 12 reps each side, superset with easy bar curls, 10 to 12 reps, 4 rounds of that. So this could be a lot of volume, but I like training for volume. Reps, easy bar. I like to use the wider grip right here. Just grab right here. 12 easy reps. Don't sway with your back or try to cheat. Just use straight bicep. All right, we're gonna drop in weight a little bit. At the 80, we're gonna go down to 60. Another one of those things, like don't just lift as much weight as you can. Make sure you can actually complete your set, and that's solid reps. I noticed on that 80, I was swaying a little bit, which is hypocritical of what I just said. But I'm gonna go down to 60. Just just make sure you can finish all your reps and sets. All right, y'all. This is pretty much the last thing I'm gonna do for today. Again, this is like one of my normal back and by days, so I'm just gonna try to keep it as real as possible. After that big superset, like I'm pretty gassed, so I'm just gonna finish up with close grip preacher curls. Use the plate loaded one. I've gotten really good at these. I don't know, I feel like I can do a lot of weight. I'm probably gonna throw a 25 on there for the last set. We're gonna do 3, maybe 4 sets depending on how I'm feeling. 10 to 12 reps like we've been doing. It's nice to go wide, but since we already did alternating dumbbell and the wide easy bar, we're gonna go a little bit closer on these and kind of bring our thumbs in, like towards our chest. You see my thumbs? Bring them like to the top of your chest, like where your neck is. Slow and controlled, like 10 to 12 reps. And that's pretty much it. Also, I'm sorry, the music in here is so loud. I kept saying that, but it's hard to talk to the camera because like you can't really hear yourself. So I'm sorry if I'm yelling into this thing, but 2 more sets, 10 to 12 reps. I'm just beat right now. So let's finish it up. I'm not trying to train like a little bitch today, so for the last set, we're gonna throw on a 25. Just do a burnout, see how many we can get. All right, we got 10. That's a dub. This is honestly just one of my typical like back and by days. Again, my split's like very basic. Leg push pull, leg push pull. I've done legs push pull like ever since I really got serious about lifting at around like 18 years old. That's how I built my physique, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Might have to go on a leg push pull, bring these legs up, but yeah, that's a wrap for a workout. If y'all have any questions about like my style of training and what I do, feel free to DM me on IG. If you're watching this video, you probably already follow me on IG. I feel like my whole IG audience watches my vids, but appreciate all the love and support on these videos. Let me know what type of content y'all want to see. I want to have a good mix of like informational and like entertainment style of content. Today was more of an informational type video, so I'm also really bad at explaining things, so hopefully y'all could bear with me and understand what I was saying, but appreciate all the love and support. We're almost at 1K subs, so subscribe, like, comment, all that good shit. Follow me on IG. Code Ogle on everything, links in the description, but big things are coming soon. Stay tuned, trust me on that. Love you guys, see y'all in the next one. Peace.